Hey guys, welcome back. So in this episode, in this video, I will be sharing with you a quick tip on how you can actually check for compatibility with a certain person, be it your bosses or your work partner or someone close to you like your spouse, your wife or husband. And this is especially in for the intended partner that is more personal to you, more impactful to you, and not just like acquaintance or superficial working relationships. But also you can check if like on your crush, whether you have this closeness or this emotional connection with your spouse. Feel free to do that, and you can see for yourself what the results will be. So before diving into this trick to show how to grade your compatibility, you need to understand certain fundamental to Vedic astrology. So if you are new to this, do check out my other videos where we focus on learning about Vedic together, right from ground zero, from the basics. And you may support this channel by subscribing and clicking on the bell notification for future videos. So thank you very much. The planet we will be most interested when it comes to relationships is, yes, you are right, we are looking at the moon. So the moon is going to show us, depending on how it is placed, depending on how strong it is and how well positioned it is going to show us how we react to emotions, to our own emotions, what emotions we are actually going to feel. The moon is going to show us how beautiful our home is, how peaceful our mind is, how well we are able to cope with our emotions. It's also going to show us the way we think, and it's also reflecting our emotions basically. So that's why we are going to, when we come to the topic of compatibility, of marriage, of union, we will always look at the position of the moon, this planet, the moon planet, because it is very tantamount to our emotional well-being. So at every relationship that we are facing, be it with your parents, with your siblings, is all associated with where the moon is, how well your moon is, and that is why we are going to just look at this planet in this video. So, but don't one thing to take note is do not be mistaken this for intelligence. The moon is not about intelligence, as another planet is actually governing intelligence, and that is our beautiful, our talkative Mercury. So, but here the moon is all about our emotions. Therefore, when we talk about relationships, we always look at just specifically the moon, the nature of it, where it's placed, who is expecting, the house it sits in, the benefics or the malefics that's conjunctioning the moon, or is the seventh house being flamed by, you might hear of this term called Shubha Katari yoga. So as we know it, yoga is a combination. So this Shubha Katari is where a bunch of benefics planets actually hems the house where the moon is sitting in. So this is where we are talking about like side by side, that is in the houses that is side by side of the house that we are actually looking at. Or we can see, is it is the moon affected negatively by Papa Katari yoga? And this is the opposite of Shubha Katari. So we are talking about malefics this time, that is forming what they call it a bad Caesars combination. This happens when there's two or more malefics planets that surrounds the house that we are interested to look at. So these are some of the ways that we can actually see how well the moon is. So with that, right, we can actually proceed to see how we can look at compatibility, how to see if you have a match made in heaven right before your eyes. So here we go. So firstly, you check the chart of the man first. If you are a lady, you should check the chart of the man first. So you shall look for where the moon sits in the man's chart. Okay, so after identifying this, you pick up the woman's chart, and now you look at where the Venus sits in the woman's chart. So just to elaborate, what we want to look for here is to see the distance between the moon in the man's chart and the moon in the woman's chart. So the closer the moons are, that means the number of constellation between them is actually few, and the closer they are, the faster the man is able to relate to this woman's feelings and emotions, and therefore can intuitively connect with the woman and can emotionally connect with this woman. So therefore, in such a case, in such a scenario, the woman will actually feel, pampered, will feel loved and easily understood. So if the woman can be having a mood swing, but this man is able to understand this woman very quickly, is able to link up or connect at a very deeper level. So this connection is we're talking about emotional level with the man. So if you are a lady, you pick up your man's chart and you see where the moon is sitting in. So and after that, you look at where your own chart, where the moon is sitting in, and you see how far the constellations are from each other. That means the moon, how far the moon in the man's chart is from your moon in your chart. So now if we are a man and we want to see if the woman is able to understand us, man, quickly, we look at the woman's Venus, where the Venus actually sits, and see where the Venus is in the man's chart. So it's the same logic, it's the same application here. We are just looking at Venus this time. Okay, so far, I hope it's clear. So the next question that we might ask is, how near is considered near? Right, how near the moon should be, and all this, and how do we actually measure this distance between the moons in different charts. So let me just show you. Let's take an example of a man's moon that sits in Rashi, which is a constellation of Capricorn in his chart. So the moon is sitting in Capricorn in the man's chart. So in the woman's chart, the moon sits in the constellation of Aquarius. So as we know, Capricorn and Aquarius is very near to each other. In fact, it is effectively just one Rashi away, one constellation away from the man's moon. So the woman's moon is in Aquarius, man's is in Capricorn, and they are just one Rashi away. So this will mean that the man is able to easily understand what the woman feels. So don't mistaken this to be like this man is going to be psychic. It is not or intuitive. This is not what it means here. So it just means that it's able to connect faster, easier. So it's just an underlying connection emotionally. So it won't take long before the man actually understands what the woman is actually feeling. So like, for example, if the woman is saying that she's fine, but he knows she isn't, and he knows it quite fast because he's able to connect with this person, this woman, emotionally very quickly. So see, it is that simple to see if there is a connection on a deeper level between two people. So that's why this is a very quick and easy trick to see the compatibility, because remember that moon is still a very great fundamental check for emotional connection, more so than Venus, because the moon can be the moon always signifies our emotions, our mind, how we think and how we feel. So this is even more so than Venus. So actually for the woman's check, instead of Venus, we can also look at where the moon, if the moon actually travels or is closer apart than Venus, it is also a good indication. Okay, so hope this, I try to keep this video short. I hope this has been helpful. Next time, you can do this check on a potential partner or your own married spouse, and you see if it actually works for you. Like, if you feel that your husband is able to understand you very fast, but you are not able to understand your husband that quickly, you can actually check where the moon actually sits on both of your charts. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to drop me a comment, or you can email me, and I will try to answer it in like the next videos, or any topics that you wish to for me to answer, like you know, health or wealth, this kind of thing. So you can feel free to contact me. So in the meantime, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.